to show you how to use your amazing Stampin' Up! Supplies to stamp, create cards, scrapbook pages, home decor, all those kinds of things. So you can purchase those products from me, and I will be very grateful for that, and you can then create your own creations and grab inspiration from what I am going to show you. So today I have the last of our class cards from my last class. Hello, Miss Susan. Hello, Alison. How are you all? Hello, Miss Pamela. I have everything working today. That's awesome. You guys are popping in from YouTube and Facebook today, which is fantastic. Yay! Love it when technology works. So yes, I've got the last card, and I did say it was a no stamping card, and I looked at it and there's a stamp sentiment on the card. Hey Bev, hey Felicity, thanks for joining. So what we are using today, just in case, oh hey Margine, if you missed my hey, I'm going live in a little bit post. Hey Carol, hey Deb, hey Bev. We're using the Garden Wishes stamp set just for this sentiment. So wishing you all the best. I love that sentiment. It is very, very versatile. I actually have some projects using this dandelion. I've seen quite a few things recently, and it's like, I have a dandelion and I need to use it. So we're pairing that sentiment with the Dandy Garden paper. I've got things falling onto my floor here. So the Dandy Garden 6x6 paper, the coordinating die, and the die does actually cut out some dragonflies from the paper. Oh, thank you for sharing, Myrtle. I appreciate it. The Tailor tag punch, and I've got here 2 pieces of twine before. Hey Willie, thanks for joining. So I've got here the well suited twine in the Night of Navy, even though it's misty moonlight in the paper. This works really well. I've also got the Mossy Meadow braided linen trim, which does coordinate with the Dandy Garden suite. So I'll see which works better. I dropped something on the floor, so bear with me so I don't lose it. Not that my floor's dirty, I just don't want to roll over it with my chair. So I need to know who has Dandy Garden Suite products. So the Dandy Garden Suite is in our mini catalogue, and all the products I'm going to show you today are available to purchase. So if you like what I've done with it, or you get inspired to do something, you don't have that product but really, really need it, you can purchase from me. I've got information in my profile, my Facebook and YouTube. I will get that information up as soon as I am finished. Oh, yay, you have it. I'm so glad you girls have it and that you love it. So have you used it a lot or a little? I can tell you girls did on stage and are demonstrators, because this was the this is what we did. I haven't shown you the card. How rude of me. This is the card we're making, or similar card. Ah, fantastic. I have used this quite a bit. I like it, but it's not necessarily my colours, but I have had a lot of fun with it. So from this card, the girls in class made all different cards. Hello, Miss Cindy. Hello, Pamela. Oh, Pamela, I'd already said hello. Oh, you've had a couple of plays. It is very classic. The colours are really easy to use. I love that it all goes together and it's gardenish without being too flowery. So it's not, even though you've got dandelions in there, it's not a flowery set. You can still make masculine cards with it by just omitting your dragonflies. Or maybe your masculine people in your life like dragonflies, but I did have the girls make some definitely more masculine cards. I love dragonflies too. Not too feminine. So not all of us are feminine. I feel I am fairly feminine. But yes, awesome. So what, I'm really not prepared today. I was watching a YouTube video and then my computer told me it was 12 o'clock. It's like, I was ready, but I wasn't ready, if that makes sense. And I've had a lovely morning. David has taken ADO, accrued day off. So he needed a haircut because he is presenting at a board meeting next week. Hey, Carol, thanks for joining. Oh, Carol, you're already here. You guys are talking amongst yourselves. Sorry, I'm just dealing with some cord issues there, out of our way now. So yeah, David's presenting a paper at a board meeting next week and went, I really need to take my day off and I need a haircut and I'd like to go for coffee. So I wasn't going to argue. I did the haircut, had a look around our local shops, didn't really buy anything, bought some few things at the supermarket, and then had a lovely coffee and a brownie, which was very civilised in the sunshine. So that has been my morning. I'm still moving things, as you can hear. Right, I think I'm ready to go now. I went to move my stand and went, it's covered with stuff because that's where I keep my stamp cleaner things and my little bowl that I use for many things on my craft desk. So let's flick around, start making some cards. I think I've got 2 here to make. It was a lovely morning with him. I got a load of washing done. Booked doing my tax because I've got 2 weeks left to do it. So that means I actually have to do the tax, which I never enjoy doing. I enjoy the refund. I never enjoy doing the paperwork side of things. Okay. So let me see what I can do here. Well, I wasn't singing Sun, David was. I'm not that silly. Sorry, girls. It flipped around prematurely. Ha ha. It's, it wants to, I don't know. It wants to drop on one end. I think we're okay. I'll go turn off the light. I will check my second screen because this screen doesn't show me the full screen. And I just knocked my stand as I was talking to you because that's how I roll. I'll be back in a sec. Oh, I'm also very pleased to say that I received my own customer catalogue today in the mail. The annual catalogue that is coming out on the 4th of May, which is next Tuesday. Now, sorry, that was a bit loud. Now, next Tuesday, I normally do a live. Good, thank you for that feedback, Pamela. That's good to know. Now, I normally go live on a Tuesday, make a card. Would you like me to do a catalogue walkthrough on Tuesday? While I am setting this up, I will wait. I wait eagerly for your responses about, my word, about doing a catalogue tour. Okay, I need to, isn't it terrible? I feel very old. I took my laptop off charge and it automatically dims. So I was kind to my class girls and I punched all the pieces. So I'm going to do these two and then see how many pieces I've got left, and I may make another couple of card fronts. So I need to check out, yes, I've got plenty of that. So I'm going to be stamping on this. So I'm going to see how we go. See what we do, how we go, all of those things. Just trying to get a nice mix of patterns. Like I want some teeny ones, some big ones. Don't necessarily want blue on blue with my blue background. And I don't necessarily want a lot of the bumblebee as well. Okay, so tell me, are we doing a catalogue tour? This is what I need to know. Oh, do you know what? I kind of like that one because we've got a bee, a dandelion, and a little dragonfly. Oh, I've got lots of little dragonflies that can go in over here. And then I definitely will do more faces. No, I've already got one of those there. I do definitely want a purple or a blackberry bliss. And sorry, I'm just having a look on these B-sides to see what we have. I've already got that. I may just choose one of these. So that is 2 card fronts done. I have all these other pieces. So we're going to have a look through the pattern paper and put my dragonflies back here because I want to use up what I've got. Ah, awesome, fantastic. A tour sounds great. Good. So I'll tell you obviously what I've ordered at stupid o'clock that morning and go through, but these products will still be available because we will still have our mini catalogue going until the end of June. Okay, I will need this piece for stamping our sentiments, so I'll pop that up there. I will need these pieces for some punching. Now we're looking for some background pieces. I don't want anything too fancy smancy. I want something quite plain. No, no. See, I like the B-sides. I'm not too keen on this pattern, but I love the pattern on the back. And of course, this pattern I've already used. Although, I don't... Just going through, guys. I don't mind the bee as a background, actually. That might work really well. And I may need this piece as another sentiment piece. Oh, I love that Blackberry Bliss. But I also don't mind. What do we think of the bee as the background? That might work well, actually. That might work really well. Because I do have these papers all gathered into all the same pieces together. Now let's divvy up how many pieces we have left. This works, actually. This works quite well. It could work. I know, Bev. But do you know what? I like seeing other people's opinions and all of that. Do you know what? I don't think this bee works at all. It's a bit busy. A busy bee. Haha, boom, boom. Okay. I don't know. The bee's a bit busy. What pattern is this one? That is that. And that's all I've got left of that paper. La 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 la. We may be doing some plain backgrounds. We just may be doing no bees. I agree with you, Cindy. I agree with you wholeheartedly. Now, what am I doing here? I'm putting this one down here. Okay, no bees. I could recreate this paper, but I just prefer. Okay, let's have another looky see through. I'm thinking this one may work. Please excuse David snoring in the background. It is his day off. Although I feel like yelling at him because he said, oh, I'm just going to read. Hey, David, are you still reading? Not. There was snoring. Get out of bed then. Love hustling him. It's my fault. Oh, there's someone at the door. Okay. I'm thinking this will work because this isn't as bold of a pattern. I may need to punch a few more bits and bobs, but let's just have a look. Oh, my mum's here. And I'm on a live. I'm going to be a while, Mum.
Oh, okay. Do you want me to come back?
If you don't mind.
Yeah, sure.
If you come back about 1.
Yeah, sure. I'll leave my stuff here.
Oh, thank you. Sorry. Okay, I think that will work really nicely on that. She's here to help me hang a picture. Only I can hear him. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Okay, so I like that one. Although, oh, I love that pattern. Oh, no, that's the wrong one. Hold on, yellow spotted. That's okay. I'm not a huge fan of that side anyway. So this will work. Oh, thanks, Louisa. Louisa got up, got all excited to say hello to my mum and stunk us out. Very, very rude. I don't know. It is true. Her little name tag does say farts are my superpower, but seriously, I think I do need to punch a couple more. Oh my god. I think I will need that, not that. Just, sorry, I'm just off screen here a little. Just going to have a looky see here. To see if I have any of the pieces, yes I do, that I want to punch just in a strip. So this is a great way to keep your scraps. I said I use those pieces a lot and I wasn't lying. I was not lying when I said I use them. So it doesn't matter that the dandelion's going up and down because we just want it as a texture. Okay. So if I use the other side, you won't really be able to tell it's a dandelion, but I just feel we need that punch of colour. Oops, lucky I caught that with my thighs. 2, and we'll get one more. I think I might do it dropping everything. Right, I think I have one more, so we'll get 5 cards. So 1, 2. Okay, what was the other pattern that we were using on here? What one's this one? That is that one. Let's see if let's just go through. Oh, I do have a nice green. Okay, so I've used those patterns. We might even use one of these soft. Oh, that'll work nicely. This piece right here. So, reason why we keep these is to do perfect punching and using our scraps just like that. Okay, so we've got all our punch pieces for the to make the card fronts. I've got 2 pieces left over which I can totally deal with, and they will just go in my little scrap bag for Ron. Okay. Is my mum a stamper? No. She is a knitter and a sewer. So she can knit the most beautiful jumpers. She can sew. So she sewed her own wedding dress and her bridesmaids' dresses. She that was many years ago. That was 43 years ago. She's crafty. But yes, I got a picture that I got for my 40th birthday 18 months ago, finally framed. And that's what she came over to help me with, because she's very good at hanging pictures. So that's what she came over with. So we said we need 5 sentiments. So we're just going to freehand stamp these. Nothing too dangerous. But yes, my mum certainly got me into crafting. She can stamp. It's just she lets me do all the stamping and buys all the cards off me, Pamela. She went to a local church craft group, which no longer exists, sadly. Their roof fell in. Now, if you were that ink pad, okay, Misty Moonlight. Where's my Misty Moonlight ink pad? It's not there. Oh, got it. Got it. It's all good. Oh, I was having a moment. I thought it was gone. But when Pamela, sorry, I keep on getting myself distracted. When my youngest was 6 months old, no, maybe even 3 months old, she said, let's go and make our Christmas cards at the Thursday night version of the craft group. She always went to the Friday day one, but took me to the Thursday night one because that worked well. David could look after the children, or could be with the children. He is their father, of course. It's not looking after, it's being a parent. And then we went and made our Christmas cards. Then I made my stepdaughter's 21st birthday scrapbook because in that time my mother-in-law passed away, so I got a lot of photos from her stash of photos. So I decided to use those up and make her a beautiful 21st birthday keepsake. Then I went back to card making, and this is where I did meet and was introduced to Stampin' Up. And then I eventually became the teacher of the Thursday night craft group, and then they dissolved, and now I run. Yes, she doesn't buy products, but she certainly buys my cards. Hey Maria, thanks for joining. So I've just stamped 4 and we'll keep the middle. So that is all my stamping done. Very, very simple stamping, just stamping the sentiment. And I do need to grab a baby wipe because this ink pad is dirty. So I don't want to get, of course, my baby wipes are in that in-between phase where they drop off. I will fix that up later. Just want to clean my ink pad before I transfer ink everywhere. And yes, that is my original baby wipe box from when my children were babies. Nice to do the reuse and recycle. Hey, I've kept it for all those years. It's been many things. Once upon a time I had my blends in it, and now it's just gone back to doing baby wipes. Okay, let's get punching. I've tried to stamp these straight. It is easier said than done with wonky lines. So we're just going to do our best. I may not even use twine on these. We shall see how we go. My mum had cataract surgery on Monday, so she's just recovering from that, taking some time off work, and she did say she'd be down later in the week to help me out because she is very good at painting. She's also very good at painting walls, and she loves painting walls. She's one of these really weird people who loves painting. I'm obviously not very good at painting with my coordination. So now I am going to punch out some of these butterflies directly out of the pattern paper. So as you can see, these are perfect. So I am going to have to chomp into the paper to get my next lot of dragonflies, but we should be able to get enough. Wow, that was a bit close. Enough out of one sheet. So I need 4 more, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So perfect. And just line those up as best we can. The little dragonflies in this paper do not coordinate with the little bit, but I'm keeping that to use as an accent on the card. So I just keep trimming off the excess and going up the paper because it's so beautiful, and I love that it coordinates so perfectly. Have you girls who own this paper done this? Does this make this paper attractive because it does coordinate so perfectly? Just need to take another titch off. we said we needed 5. So this might be a bit of a longer video, but hey, we'll get there. So the print that Mum actually bought me for my 40th birthday, we can't match the paint on my wall. It's a suede effect paint, and suede effect paints really don't exist anymore. And we got the fans. We had old-fashioned fan boxes on our wall, like the big buffy ones, and we got all of our fans replaced, and now we just have the remote style ones. And because we couldn't replace the paint, I now have this lovely patch on the wall with this beautiful print that I got from an artist that I know. She used to be a scrapbooker like me, and she is now an artist. She's incredibly talented, so I bought a print of her, got it framed, picked it up the end of last week, and just want to get it on the wall to cover what is going on. Now, am I missing comments, or are you girls just quietly watching me while you do other things? Which I'm fine with. I just want to make sure I'm not missing comments. So I still have another whole sheet of dragonflies, because you get 4 sheets of each piece of paper. Okay, I need to turn off my fan because I'm a bit warm. It was actually my heater. I came in and I was a bit cool, and now I'm a bit warm. I can't win. Okay, so I'm going to stack these up here, and I'm going to, oh no, I got ink on these. I may be able to get it off. So there. And just a slither off the end. And if I was smart, I could be cutting more than one of these pieces at the same time. Just listening. Oh, good. Hey, Shelley, thanks for joining. Okay, 1 and 2, and I will cut both of these together, and we will get moving. So do you often do styles like this where you use your scraps and punch out shapes and do all of those things? Is that your style of card? And so these are just going to be slightly smaller than a Whisper White card base, which works really well for me. So I need to check. I have 3 more card bases. Let's have a look. That's normal Whisper White. This is thick Whisper White. I have 1, so I just need to cut another. So that's a good thing. I normally do have a card base or 2 ready to go. Someone did ask me last video if I have ready-made card bases, and I often do. During this video I won't, but if I was making a card now and cutting, I may just cut an extra sheet, so then I am ready to go and have something for my next project. What's for lunch, Carol? Sadly, I don't think I get my normal lunch today because I need to shred some cheese, which won't take me long to do. Okay, so let's, oh my dear word, I totally did that wrong. Oh, I scored a 10, not 10.5. That's okay. Don't mind me over here. No one even noticed that. I was at 10, but I needed to score at 10.5. Whoopsie! Just a boring sandwich. Ah, yes, exactly, Bev. And I'm just doing the same thing in a different way, not covering the whole card, although you definitely could. Oh my, that card base, trash. Nothing to see here, guys. We're just going to make it work. Trying to make it work. Trying. There we go. There we go. Okay. I've got 2 more card bases over here. Then I will get doing our card fronts and I'll show you how they go together. Nice getting the boring stuff out of the way, making sure we have enough of everything. Okay. Great. So that's our 5 card bases that I can just pop in there. That can go over there. Right. I don't need my bone folder anymore. Right. So I've got this, and I think this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's the extra. So I think this one, if I can grab it. Oh, that's one of those. Okay, that's good. I just 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm missing a piece. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's okay. I shall find it. It's not an issue. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, here it is. This one here. That will go. Okay, so let's get doing these. Now I am just using our multi-purpose glue. Just popping a little bit here. I do need to pick up more of the holders from the lovely Chris who makes these for me. One of my team members wanted a couple, and Chris has told me they are ready, but I've been slack in picking them up. So I'm letting them hang off the edge, and then I will just trim off the excess, which I am totally fine with. And this one, this is our little bee and dragonfly. And of course, dandelions. Nice. So that is card base 1 done, and I'll just pop that up there. So you can see the colours go together perfectly in this suite, which I love. Just seeing which way I want things to go. I have this piece here and I have a bee, so we kind of want to be able to see the bee, which means I will put this bit down here. So I'm just literally sticking and plonking, nothing. So what's on your sandwich though? See, I don't see sandwiches as boring. Mind you, I don't eat sandwiches anymore. I don't eat bread. By choice, I have better things to, and this is no offense to anyone else, this is just how I am post-surgery. I have better things to put in my tummy. Like protein, mind you, as I said, did have a brownie and did have a nice hot chocolate at the coffee shop. But I may pay for the hot chocolate later. Although I did remember to have it on almond milk, so my tummy doesn't hate me, because my tummy's been having a few issues processing lactose since I got rid of my gallbladder. It needed getting rid of. It was being very, very rude to me. So that is 2 card bases done, and now we've got the other 3. It is pretty paper, isn't it? Salad and tomatoes and cheese. That sounds lovely, Carol. That is a perfectly balanced sandwich. You've got your dairy, you've got your bread, you've got your salad. You could have added a bit of ham or something like that. I think my youngest had a ham and tomato sandwich. I baked some bread for them yesterday. Multigrain soy linseed bread. So first time I'd baked it, I'd add more water to the mix and a bit more yeast to the mix next time, because I had been baking just white bread. So it's just like comes in a premix packet, like with the flour. So that's my learnings from yesterday's baking. And then my eldest complained that when they toasted it, it didn't go as crunchy as the other stuff. I was like, well, this stuff's better for you. Yes, there is. It will go over on dimensionals. So, look, I did make it so it had a bit of a thing around it, but there is enough. Not on this one necessarily, but I dropped the piece of paper and put it in the wrong place. So we're just going to go with it, Bev. But it's on dimensionals, so it doesn't exactly matter where it goes. Now, do you think we will need the twine? Do you like that I've used the twine, or you don't? Now, quite a few of the girls as well did landscape cards and didn't have their tailored tag punch pieces hanging off the side. I like having them hanging off the side, but that's just me. Ah, perfect. It is a fun, whimsical look. Yes, it is full of those rich colours. So this orange is Calypso Coral. No, I'm happy with that. So the orange is Calypso Coral. We've got Mossy Meadow, Misty Moonlight, Bumblebee. And yeah, the colours are just beautiful and, as you say, rich, and they just go really well together. I like adding those rich colours, but I don't often put them all together. So I like that Stampin' Up! Really push us and put them all together in paper. So you can choose to separate the paper, or doing what I'm doing and using them all together. That isn't quite what I wanted and where I wanted to put it, but I put the glue in the wrong spot. So that's where it goes. Right. twine. Okay, awesome. It just gives, it's less of a papery texture then. It adds a separate texture, which is, oh, that's a bodgy edge. That's okay. Bodgy edges can stay. And then a blue to change things up. Oh, did I say a blue? Yes, I said a blue. Oh, that one's going to be upside down as well. But it's a pattern. And I bent the paper doing it as well. So you know. You're here for all my trials and tribulations today, girls. Right. And last one. They went together really quick. So I'm going to see if I can remove these smudges. If not, they may just be covered by some of the little dragonflies. I think that just might be the easiest way. Yes, maybe. It will distract from the bodgy edges. How about that one? One more pile. Just here, so it's good. I pre-matched them. So I've done my batch stuff. I did all my punching, did all my stamping, did all my choosing. So then all this process now goes nice and easily, and then we can have a chat. Because what's one of my videos without us all having a chat? I am making some cards, Clout. I'm a card maker and a stamper. So I've used this stamp set here, and I have made these sentiments, and now I'm just assembling these cards so they will turn out similar to my example that's just up here. Are you creative or crafty, Clout? Love having new people here. Hello, Miss Linda. How are you? So love new people dropping in and being able to share what I do with them. Okay, how nice. Greenery, and then our beautiful blackberry bliss, and then we can, oh, that was a whole lot of glue. And then what we can do is trim these up, adhere them to the card bases, then we will work on the next three elements. So I'll leave this one off to the side because it's a little wetter than the others. Bring my dish in and that will catch all my bits. I am well. My stomach is telling me that I'm ready for lunch. My reflux is not being kind because I had a brownie for morning tea rather than having something protein based. So it's there going, what have you done to me? But other than that, I'm all good. So I'll have some eggs with a little sprinkling of cheese for lunch, and I think I have leftover taco mince for dinner, which will be yummy. I think there's still some left from the other night because I cook a normal serving, and that does Dave and I and the kids for a good couple of nights. Mind you, the kids didn't have the mince this time. It's just been for me and David. They've been having other things. I think it's quiche night for them tonight. Some nice quiche Lorraine. So you can see just by chopping these off, you could also leave them on and chop them to the size. Well, I did that here. I chopped them to the size of the card base, but I apparently missed that memo in my making here, and I am just chopping them off. Right. Now we attach to our card bases which the glue does not need to be pretty, it just needs to be on there and give us a little bit of wiggle room. Definitely, I think we'll be safe with just one dragonfly actually. I think we did that really, really well. Done and done. 2. So who is excited about the new catalogue? So it comes out on Tuesday. Have you got everything that you need out of the current annual catalogue? Because there is still time to grab some of our last chance deals, which is good. Not everything has sold out. Many things have, but not everything. Okay. Two more to go, and this can go this way. The bodgy back, no one will ever notice. You're not as crafty as this clout. That's okay. I can inspire you, and hopefully in your creativeness what I am doing will inspire something, whether it be the design, the colours. There are so many things that I get inspired by when I watch someone else. The composition often, even the shapes used. I love this tailored tag. It is just a nice classic clean design that you can use. I use it a lot with masculine cards, but as you can see here, now this is my bodgy base that I will fix up. Oh, this way. It's quite a bodgy base, but you know, I'll fix it up. It'll be all good. Maybe not, but you know, these things happen. Okay, so our sentiments. So I think I will keep with our well-suited twine here, and what I'm going to use is our very sticky Stampin' seal. So I'm literally going to do, just wind it on a titch here, is do one strip down the center of each piece. Okay, this isn't, there we go, that one did not want to, I have one stuck to my hand. It can stay there for the moment. It's not impeding how I'm working. Okay, so that is that piece done. So what I want to do is take the twine. I'm going to take off a generous, well, don't let that fall on the floor. Actually, I may just keep it in my container here, so then I know it won't fall on the floor. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to loop it on these pieces and literally stick one end down, and okay, we want to loop this way, and I pretty much let the twine tell me where it, well, maybe not like that. stuck to me. Stay and don't stick to me, please. Oh, thank you, Cloud. That's lovely. Okay, and a loop here, and I'll leave a tail at the end. Okay, so that is one done, and now I will do the rest. So really it just adds texture, and then we will add some height with dimensional adhesive, and that will do nicely with some dimensional adhesive. Oh, these want to loop-de-loop everywhere, but that's fine. As long as they're sticking down, it doesn't bother me. And doesn't matter how messy the back is, because no one will see the back. Okay, put that there. So this bit comes together quite easily. Oh. And there we go. Sorry, concentrating doing this bit because I have to telepathically tell the twine what to do. Okay, snip that off and redo that piece. Stick that end down. Okay, stay. Once I get dimensionals on that, that will sit nicely. 2 more to go. I'll see David's hunting and foraging now for lunch. Should have possibly bought something to bring home. Oh, thank you, Cloud. And loop it back around, and the good thing is I've got glue all the way across, and I just find this a little easier, so then the twine can do its own thing. One more, pop all these up here. So my next couple of videos next week on Tuesday, I will share with you the catalogue walkthrough, the new catalogue, and then I might play with some in colours on Thursday and show you some things I've done with those, because I have a team meeting this Sunday and I was planning on using the in colours for their project. I've got one of the other girls in the group sharing how she made her tower card in our last team swap. So I only have to do one card for the team meeting, which makes me very happy, makes my life a little bit easier. And then is it next Friday night, I'm having a bouquet of hope kit class. So come over and we'll make some cards using the kit. And yeah, I've got a fairly busy week, and then I've got a bit of a private class, and then I've got launch and all my new products arriving. So when all my new products arrive, I will definitely do an unboxing video and share with you what they look in real life on video rather than in the catalogue, because some of the things we definitely have to look at in real life to see what they're really like that shimmer vellum that I shared in my pre-order unboxing. That looks totally different in real life than what it does in the catalogue, because a photo can only capture so much. So adding these dimensionals, even though some of them want to be stubborn. So who wants to volunteer to come do my tax for me so I can get it ready for our tax accountant? I can tell you where everything is, and you just need to collate it all for me and write down the figures and add them up for her, because that's kind of what I do. I think I'm nice because all she has to do is input the figures rather than adding them all up while I'm there. I don't know if she thinks I'm nice, but you know, especially when I'm tardy about getting it done. Okay, one more, and then we're just adding 2 dragonflies and the sentiments to finish off these cards. So there is actually no bling. If you were to add bling, tell me which bling you would want to add. Oh, that'd be good, Cindy. Unfortunately, David can't, because I've got to do my Stampin' Up stuff at the same time. And it's the Stampin' Up stuff that I procrastinate about. Just because when I joined up, you needed a business number. So I do a tax return even though I'm not earning megabucks from it. I'm certainly covering my own crafting costs, which I love, and is one of the reasons why I continue being a demonstrator, because when I want stuff, I don't have to pay out of the family money as such. Yes, I know. And Pamela, you would have to, if you were granted the visa to get in the country, you'd have to quarantine for 2 weeks at the cost of 3,000 Australian dollars. 14 days, sorry, 2 weeks. So that's our current, that's where our restrictions are currently. And we're even having trouble getting Australian citizens back home and in the country. So I really do wish. But yes, so adding this dragonfly, so we're just adding it with a titch of glue just to one of our die cuts here. And I will just add, and I like up here because there's kind of already one up here, so I'm doing it the other way. I've added the glue to the page because these are small, and I'm going to use my take your pick tool, grab it and stick it down on that glue. So that is one card done. Look, travel is particularly hard. We are in a really good spot in Australia, Clout. I know Perth had a lockdown to work out where and how far the current virus had travelled. They had a 3-day lockdown over the weekend. but I can travel relatively freely where I live just north of Sydney. Masks are recommended for highly populated places like trains and stuff like that. They recommend you. Oh, I put that piece on totally upside down. That's a pain. Oh, I like that one there again. So David's got to go to Sydney. He will be coming from returned travellers, and unfortunately some of our quarantine workers and security and stuff like that have contracted it, and then obviously they work and live in the community, but we have no community transmission. Sorry, I was going to get that word. Hey, Barbara, you're popping in right at the end. I've put 2 of 5 cards together, and I'm up to the last bit of sentiment and dragonflies. Just to finish off, these cards can be used for many occasions because we can wish a person the best for many, many things. I think I'm going to... thinking I might put a bumblebee one like there. Now the other thing you can do is just run your finger over these wings to pop them up and give them a bit of dimension, so you can see the dimension I've just given it there. No problems, Barbara. Oh, hello, Cam. How are you? You do know this voice. Nice to see you joining me, Cam. Almost finished my projects for the day, but I'm so glad you popped in to say hello. Now, I don't think I'm going to add... Oh, I did have a vellum one in here. Don't know if a vellum one would look nice, like down here. Actually, that looks pretty good. So I'm going to use the teeny tiniest bit of glue. Okay, that's a teeny tiny bit of glue. And pop it down. So we've got a little vellum one just here. So it's there, but it's not there as such. Thank you very much, Cam. I appreciate you coming in and saying hi and supporting me. Okay, 2 more to go, then it's lunchtime for me. Well, almost. I've got to do a few things to my YouTube and Facebook videos before I can allow myself lunch. I've just got to pop up some information on this video, which should take me about 5 minutes. I've got this live streaming thing after, I think it's 3 years I've been doing 2 videos a week. I've got it pretty much down to a fine art. That is not in a good spot. That will do, because I'm lining it up with my already punched pieces rather than lining it up in the middle of the card. Okay, I'm going to use my Calypso Coral one. Oh, no problems, Pamela. Thank you so much for joining me. Oh, that was me last night. It's actually bumblebee. It's not mango, it's bumblebee. Ah, yes, Cam, it is all about layers. Layers make things. So the colour and the contrast and the layering, it does make a large difference to artworks and projects, absolutely. Now I definitely need down here one of our little dragonflies just to pull in that Blackberry Bliss, because let's be honest, it's one of my favourite Stampin' Up! Colours ever. Perfect. Is that done? And last one. So while I'm finishing up this last one, I have pretty much exclusively used the Dandy Garden suite of products that is available in the January to June mini catalogue. So, and I have added in the tailored tag punch. So to cover my little accidental ink spot, going to pop some glue and put on a dragonfly. And then only we know what was there. I may have to add in a couple more dragonflies just to make it work. Yes, Kathy, I'm so sorry. I'm right at the end. I'm finishing off my last card so you can see what we've made, but I am right at the end. I kind of like this one here. You've probably missed an hour and a bit's worth. I've gone long because I wanted to use up all my bits, so rather than making 2 cards, I've made 5. And I'm thinking maybe a little dragonfly, make a group of 3, and we'll pop one just down here because odd numbers with design does always work. And it brings harmony to a project, and we are creating a diagonal line, which is also a fantastic principle. So creating a diagonal line around the sentiment, so the sentiment is a focal point. Okay, I'm just going to pop all my little dragonflies here into my little bag of scraps because there is no use wasting them. There we go. They are all there in our bag of scraps. Empty my rubbish bin. Yeah, diagonal lines that can lead your eye around, and it doesn't have to be a rough diagonal line, but diagonals can lead your eye. So whether you have a repeating element, so we have this repeating element here in the middle, which drags your eye in, but I also have this diagonal element which trails your eye around. So yes, my pleasure, Cindy. So what we have used, we've used the Dragonfly Wishes stamp set. We have used the Dragonfly punch. We have used the tailored tag punch. So no die cutting with these projects. Who's surprised that I did not use my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine? Like seriously, I use it every other project. So the paper that we have used, let me zip this up so I don't lose any because that'd be my thing. We've used the Dandy Garden paper. Just let me pop this down here. And the 5 cards that we have made. So they're same but different. So we've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've technically got 3 different designs because we've used 3 different background papers. Okay. So I will just bundle it up into the 3 designs that I have done. Now I would love to hear which design, I'm just going to pop the ink pad here, which design is your favorite? Do you prefer the white background? Do you prefer the stripe? Or do you prefer the dots? So please tell me which design you prefer. I like them all. Oh, do you know what? I don't know which one's my favourite. Thank you, Bev. Thank you so much. I will be back on Tuesday with our brand new catalogue walkthrough, being a bit bleary eyed putting in my order at 12 midnight. Cam, just remember, rules are made to be broken as well. So whilst they work, they are also made to be broken. Dots is your favorite. Keep telling me what is your favorite, and I'll catch you on Tuesday. Have an amazing weekend, guys. Thank